It was almost midnight when Jake Turner took the wrong exit on Highway 6 outside of rural Pennsylvania. The fog had rolled in thick, swallowing the road signs and headlights. His phone had lost signal miles ago. When he spotted a weathered wooden sign that read Old Ridge Tunnel, Route Through, he hesitated. The map had shown no such road, but his gas tank was nearly empty, and the idea of backtracking 30 miles didn't sit well. So he turned. The narrow road wound through the woods until he reached a gaping tunnel entrance, built of ancient stone, black and endless. He turned on his high beams, swallowed hard, and drove in. Inside, the tunnel was cold and damp, the air thick with the scent of wet concrete. His headlights carved two narrow paths of light through the dark, revealing moss, graffiti, and drips of water falling from the ceiling. But as he drove deeper, the sound of his engine seemed to fade, muffled, like the walls were absorbing the noise. His ears popped. The radio hissed with static, then died. No signal, no sound, just the rhythmic thud of his tires on cracked asphalt. He checked the clock. It read 12:47. He'd been inside maybe 2 minutes. Then, ahead in the distance, he thought he saw the faint glow of the tunnel's end. He pressed on, relieved to see the light growing larger. But as he neared it, something didn't feel right. The exit light flickered, like a mirage, and when he finally passed through it, the glare blinded him for a moment. As his eyes adjusted, Jake's stomach dropped. He was still in the tunnel. Same mossy walls, same dripping water, same cracked asphalt. He slammed the brakes, the tires screeching. His phone clock now read 1:03. He had driven nearly 15 minutes, but never left. No way, he muttered, turning the car around. He pressed the gas harder this time, heart pounding. But the deeper he drove, the more the tunnel just kept going. Jake tried the radio again, just static. Then, beneath the noise, he heard something faint. A voice. Distorted, distant, but human. "Don't stop," it whispered. He froze, staring at the console. The voice came again, clearer this time, echoing like it was inside the car. "Don't stop, or it finds you." Jake's throat went dry. He gripped the steering wheel tighter and sped up. The tunnel felt narrower now, the walls closing in. His headlights flickered, and the air grew colder, breath visible in the dim light. For a moment, he thought he saw movement in his rearview mirror. Something dark, crawling fast along the wall. He hit 70 miles per hour, but no end appeared. Sweat dripped down his neck despite the cold. The radio hissed, cutting in with fragments of his own voice, recordings of him talking earlier that night. "Should have stayed on the main road," the echo said, mocking him. Then the tunnel lights, faint and far apart, began to flicker in sequence, like something was pacing him, step for step, in the shadows. Jake glanced at his rearview mirror again, and froze. Behind him, through the fog of exhaust and darkness, another pair of headlights appeared. Someone, or something, was following him. The lights were dim, uneven, like a vehicle half broken, but steadily gaining. Jake's panic turned to desperation. He floored the accelerator, eyes darting between the road and the mirror. The lights behind him drew closer, until they nearly touched his bumper, then suddenly vanished. Gone. He exhaled shakily, glancing sideways, and nearly screamed. The passenger seat beside him was wet. Water pooled on the leather. A single muddy handprint smeared across the window. His heart pounded so loud he could barely think. He didn't look back. didn't dare. Instead, he pressed harder on the gas, gripping the wheel like his life depended on it. Somewhere behind him, deep in the tunnel, something scraped against the concrete. Finally, after what felt like hours, he saw it, a faint white light at the far end. His chest filled with hope. "That's it, I'm out," he whispered, almost crying with relief. He raced toward it, tears blurring his vision. The car burst through the light and emerged onto a quiet, moonlit road, forest on both sides. He slowed down, gasping for air. The tunnel was gone. No entrance behind him. No sign of it ever being there. His phone buzzed suddenly, signal restored. He looked at the clock, 12:47, the exact same time he'd entered the tunnel. He blinked, disoriented. His fuel gauge still full, his seat dry. Jake never told anyone what happened that night. He avoided that stretch of road for months, until one rainy evening, curiosity got the better of him. He drove the same route again, looking for the tunnel, but there was nothing, just an overgrown path and a rusted sign half buried in weeds. As he leaned out of the car to read it, his flashlight caught faded words carved into the metal. Old Ridge Tunnel, route through. Then, from deep in the woods, came the low hum of an idling engine. Jake turned toward the sound, but all he saw was the faint glow of two headlights, slowly emerging through the fog.